dancing right along here. This wave, the start of it, the wave itself, the ending of it is so mysterious, you cannot figure it out. That's one of the biggest things to know right straight off when you're talking about thought, because that's part of that thought of the mind wanting to say, now I got it. You got nothing. You got nothing compared to the big picture. It's so big that and I'm not saying this stuff from me, I'm saying this is what we've come across collectively in these years. I'm just sharing it with you, that this is so big, so mysterious, that in a human mind can never grasp the enormity of it. So surrender that, and life will be much easier than trying to get the next book and see what this one says, or take the next class, or do this or do that, because maybe I'll get it then. And don't kid yourself. The rest of us have gone through that. We have struggled with letting the mind be released, of trying to understand. I used to have a sign over my desk many years ago. I didn't understand it then. But it said, make no comparison, make no judgments, and delete the need to understand. At that time I thought, how am I going to do that? I want to figure this out. Then I got it later. It was delete the need, not the understanding, but the need. You know that need that comes inside when you start a subject and you want to get it, or you have to get it in school? You know, get that Spanish and just get it right. Okay, now, the need is that energy in us that's driving us, mad usually, but driving us way more than is required or even logically accepted in this enlightenment work. That means that need to understand is what makes us seek and look for the next thing and take the next class and go to California and do something, go to India and do something. That need from the mind makes us seek. And now we're being told in this new wave, this enlightenment game, let go of the whole idea of seeking. Not that you can't read another book or go to another class or do whatever, but you don't have to. If you feel that inside, I gotta catch it and say, just a minute. I don't have to do that. I can. I can remember 2 offices back when we were working on this, and we would have a Wednesday night group and teach ourselves not to come to class with the idea that you're going to learn something, that you're going to get something, and then you're going to be a little farther, and then you're going to understand. You just walk in, bring yourself, bring your field, your source, and have a good time. Instead of these minds, which I can really feel in here, about, you're not going to get something, see? And then I'll know what I'm doing. It isn't going to work. We tried it. We struggled a long time until we let the idea of seeking, that feeling, that pulling. There's always going to be some pull. Because in the human game, we're born with a seed of growth, are we not? Everybody's going to grow. When they're born, you grow. I mean, you outgrow your socks in 4th grade. It just, that's how it is. So that's always working. But that part with the mind about seeking so that you get something, that was one of the things that, had I known, more about that at that time. Also, that you don't need partners or groups to advance in this work. It seems easier, and it's more fun. But what we understand now is that there is nothing in any level, in any kind of seeking, that you can add to your journey or to your path and make it come sooner. That's very disappointing.
And it's different than the education system that we've grown up with. That's how you do progress. It's by setting goals and achieving and seeking and working.
All of that evaporates on this new level. It just evaporates.